Hi, I'm Mia Finnegan, and welcome to your ab and glute workout. I have Liz Court joining me today. We're gonna give you a great 14-minute ab blast and glute blast. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna start with some hip rolls. So let's go ahead and roll those hips around the ball. Really just kind of opening up that pelvic floor a little bit. And I'm gonna reverse that circle. Just a few. And then we're gonna take our right side up and over, into nice stretch to the side, pushing away from that left foot, opening up the side into that oblique. And then the other side, nice big stretch to the other side. Great, and then we're gonna take it over the ball. So let's go ahead and bring our ball back and walk it forward and open up that rib cage. Straighten out those legs if you feel comfortable. If you don't, just keep them bent. And just open that up and just feel the abdomen open. The first exercise we're going into is going to be an ab crunch with the hands across the chest. So putting those fingertips on the shoulders, and let's get started. Let's go ahead and bring it up. Big exhales, nice and strong through this whole thing. 30-second intervals. Remember, each one of these intervals is 30 seconds with only a 10-second rest. So if you can't make it through the whole thing, don't worry about it. In time, you definitely will. So think about bringing the bottom of the rib to the top of the hip. Nice and strong, breathing, exhaling. I tell my clients, it's like an accordion. As you come back, you want to let the air in, and as you come forward, blow that air out. Nice and strong. Beautiful. Take a little rest. Let's walk it back up, kind of roll side to side a little bit, and then we're going back down with our right hand on our right shoulder, our left hand across, and we're going to walk it down, turning that left leg out. And we're going to bring the bottom of the rib to the top of the hip again. Thinking, squeezing the right side. Now, most people know that you can't isolate the rectus abdominis. It's still gonna work. The left side's gonna work. But you can put the mind in the muscle and really try to work into the oblique and the right-hand side of the rectus. I love these. Just a few more seconds and then we're switching to the other side. Beautiful. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Right leg out, left leg forward. Left hand on the left shoulder, right hand across. Ready? Let's go. Squeezing it up. Really strong. Feeling that into that hip. Beautiful. Big exhales. How you doing, Liz?
Doing good, Mia. Thanks.
Good. You're doing awesome. And you're doing awesome. Squeeze it up hard. We got some great stuff ahead. We're going into a hip hinge next. We've got about 10 more seconds here. Nice and squeeze. If you need to make it easier on yourself, just lower yourself down, okay? Take a little pressure off those abs. Beautiful, good. A little rest, okay? But we're gonna walk it out and get ready for our hip hinge. So walking it out, having our head and shoulders supported on the ball, hands down or hands above the head, hands across the chest, whichever you prefer. And we're gonna lift and lower, squeezing. Now, this is the butts part of this, okay? We're working our glutes, we're working our hamstrings, and we're working our low back. At all times, keep that belly button pulled into the spine, as if you're keeping like a ruby tucked in that belly button. Lower and lift. We don't want too much arch. Squeeze. Beautiful. Awesome. Walk it up nice and slow and controlled, and come on around the ball. And we're gonna drop down to our knees and taking our elbows on the ball. We're gonna roll out. You ready? Let's go, Liz. Dropping those hips and driving those arms away. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced, you can take your arms lower on the ball and extend away more. The further you move your arms away and open up the armpits, the harder it will be. Control and squeeze. Remember, this is for abs and those core muscles. All right, your transverse abdominis is really working hard on this, which is a piece of the muscle that literally goes around your body. It basically lies underneath the rectus abdominis, which is the six-pack. Beautiful, and bring it back, and let's go ahead and stretch that out side to side. And then we're gonna come down on the ground, and we're gonna take our legs up over the ball for ab crunches. Okay, so grabbing that ball with the back of those hamstrings and squeezing it up. Reverse crunch. And you're gonna hear me while I'm trying to talk, as I'm gonna hit my chest and squeeze my diaphragm right there. You're gonna hear, you're gonna blow that air out the same way I was talking to you before. Remember, it's like an accordion. Inhale and then blow out all that air. Really strong, pushing, squeezing. 2 more. Beautiful. Awesome. Let's go ahead and take ourselves around the back of the ball. And let's go out. And Liz is gonna do a little bit of a modified version of these. She's gonna do a knee tuck, and I'm gonna be doing the pike ups the whole time. Rock and roll, squeeze it up. Suck in that belly button. If you're doing what I'm doing, I want you to try to keep your eyes on the ball. Do not try to look up, look to the side. Keep lifting those hips nice and high, squeezing those quads, pulling that belly button into the spine, nice and strong. Just a few more, and then we're gonna roll back over the ball. Beautiful. Getting ready for our hip extension work. Beautiful. If you want, you can go ahead and stretch out that back a little bit, rounding over the ball a little bit. Awesome. And then we're gonna take it up on top of the ball, and we're gonna put our hands on the ground. Right leg is externally rotated, and we're lifting. Lifting with the glute. This is all glute work. Okay, I'm gonna take my hand off the ground, don't you? But I want you to think about working right into this piece of the glute, okay? This medius, it's called the gluteus medius, okay? It gives you that nice little glute tip. All right, squeezing it as hard as you can, pressing that pubic bone down into the ball. You got this. Awesome, squeeze, beautiful. Let's go ahead and switch it to the other side. Pressing again, the pubic bone down into the ball so we don't have any compression in that lower back. It's not how high the leg comes, it's putting the mind in the muscle. You can do this. Dig into that glute, squeeze it as hard as you can. Squeeze all the blood and oxygen out of there. You've got this. This is awesome. Love glute work. It's probably one of my favorite things. We're gonna go into some double hip extension work next. We're gonna be in like a frog looking position. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and transition and get ready for that. Get those hands nice and wide on this one because we're literally gonna be over the ball. Heels are together. We're gonna drop those hips down and squeeze those glutes up. Let's do it. Now again, just like we did on the single leg hip extensions, be mindful of that lower back. We wanna keep that lower back strong, but not compress the spine at all. Squeezing those glutes up, lifting. Any hip extension work, what it is working your hamstrings, which is the back part of that leg, and working those glutes and low back. So you're working a little bit of everything on this. Got about 5 more seconds to go, and then we're going into one of my favorites, the frogs. You ready? Let's go ahead and get into position. We can kind of round out that back a little bit over the ball and get those heels together. Same position, but now we're gonna extend it away. Pressing that out and away. Squeezing and pressing away. You should really be feeling your glutes now. Squeezing and pressing away. And if you need to lower yourself down a little bit to take a little pressure off the back, you can. You can stay low like I am right now. Or you can just keep it up nice and high and stay with me. Remember, it's all up to you. Don't try to be a hero. If this is starting to hurt your back, move back. Take a rest. Good. Beautiful. Squeeze it out. So good. Now we're going into heel taps. So we're balancing up on top of the ball, externally rotating, and we're gonna tap our heels together. Let's go. Squeeze and squeeze. So this really gets a little bit of the inner thigh too. Squeezing those glutes as hard as you can. Now, if you're a little bit more flexible, you can take them wide and take a wide heel tap. All right? But you can do small ones. Squeeze, squeezing, tapping, tap, tap, tap. Beautiful, squeeze it up. You're almost there. We got about 10 more seconds to go, Liz. How you doing there? How those glutes? Those glutes feeling good?
They're burning.
Beautiful, 2 more. And we're gonna take that back and stretch it out. Then we're gonna go superwoman back over the ball, Liz. We're going our walkouts. You ready? Let's go ahead and take it out over the ball. Walking it out. So starting on the knees, and then we're gonna walk it out. So Liz, you're gonna do 2 walks, I'm doing 4. You ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeezing those glutes. All right, this is all core work. Obviously, my upper body is working too, but it's really working those core stabilizers. Beautiful. And remember, your core is the foundation of all your exercises. It's like the trunk of a tree. If the trunk of a tree wasn't strong, the limbs wouldn't be strong. So we want to always work our core. Walking all the way back, Liz. Good, out and over the ball. Nice, stretch a little bit side to side, and then we're taking it back out for plank holds with one leg. Let's go, up and over the top. Squeezing, holding, right leg up, Liz. Pulling that up as hard as you can. Same type of external rotation we did before. Squeezing, pulling in the belly button. Nice and strong. If you want, drop into those shoulder blades. Holding and squeezing. Beautiful, we're almost there. 10 more seconds, Liz. And then we get a 10-second break, and then we go to the other side. You got it? You got it, stay with me. Woo. Stay with me. Good, and 10-second break. Take it back over. Give yourself a little break. Breathe. Stretching side to side over the ball. It's awesome, I love it. Take it back over, ready? Hop it out over the top. Let's do it. And take that left leg up. Squeezing, same thing. Now, if you need to just take it low, like my leg is right now, then do that. If you can bring it a little higher, that's great too. Hold and squeeze, you can do this. If you need to reposition and walk back a little bit to make it easier, you can, but stay out if you can. Squeeze and hold. How you doing there?
Hanging in.
That's good. Keep those eyes looking at the floor. 2, 1, awesome. Walk it back. That was great. Love it, love it. Roll that back side to side, and then we're getting rid of our ball, and we're on the last series. So let's go ahead and lay on our backs, take our feet up to the ceiling. And let's take our feet to ceiling. Let's go hip raises all the way down, lifting all the way up and all the way down. Now you be careful. Wherever you can go, you can see Liz stays a little bit lower than I do. It's okay if that's where you are. If this is how high you can go, then that's it. Before you know it, you'll be able to roll all the way up. That's awesome. Squeeze it up hard. Squeeze it up. Take it up to the ceiling. That's why I call them feet to ceiling or hip raises. Lift, squeeze. Good, beautiful. Go ahead and pull those knees into the chest. Just stretch out that back for a second. And then we're gonna take our hands back on the ground and go into reverse crunches. Let's go, roll those knees into the chest. And what we're gonna try to do is not throw our feet over our head like I just did, okay? We wanna try to keep our knees in nice and tight, rolling those knees into the chest, squeezing, taking that tailbone off the ground. If your tailbone comes 1 inch off the ground, that's fine, okay? Because in time, you will get your hips off the ground, I promise you. It takes time to work on that ab strength. It's awesome, squeeze it hard, you're almost there. Beautiful, squeezing it hard. Beautiful, knees into the chest. We're going into double crunches. Hands on those shoulders again. We're bringing those knees in just like you were before and drive it up. Big exhale, squeeze it out. Squeeze all the blood and oxygen right out of there. Try to take that tailbone. I'll peek through that little hole right there, okay? Try to take that tailbone off the ground. And like I said before, in time, you'll be able to, I promise you. I've had clients who couldn't do it in the beginning, and now they can, and it's such an accomplishment. You should feel so good. Squeeze it up hard, rolling that in. Beautiful, we're going into yoga bicycles next. On this rest period that's coming up for 10 seconds, let's go ahead and lift those hips up and give that back a little break. Be nice to that back. Take those hands back on our shoulders, knees back into that chest, right elbow on the left knee. Extend the right leg away. Double crunch in the middle, switching to the other side. Squeezing in the middle and switch. Beautiful. Try to take that tailbone off the ground in the middle, just like we were on the last one. Squeezing it across. Double crunch and squeeze. Double crunch, squeeze it out. You got about 10 more seconds. Stay with us. You can do this. You can do this. I know it's getting hard. We're almost there. Shh. 4 more. 3, 2, and you can give yourself a break. Lift those hips up. Woo! Going into our L abs. So take those legs up. Right leg straight, left leg up. Liz is gonna do a little modification, and we're gonna squeeze that up. Squeeze, pressing that lower back into the pad, pulling that belly button into the spine. I know it's hard. You can do it though. Let's go ahead and switch, Liz. Switch those legs and keep going. You can do this. Try to look up at the ceiling. Try not to strain that neck. Squeeze. Almost there. Drive it up, Liz. Come on. Beautiful. 2, 1, and bring it in. Oh, it's so good. Bring those knees into the chest, Liz. Roll it out a little bit. Awesome. Good, and now we're gonna take those legs up, hands underneath the tailbone, going into our last one, and then your well-deserved stretch. Let's drop those legs down about 4 inches. Bring those shoulder blades off of the pad, using those elbows for support. You can do this. Squeeze. Take those legs down a little bit more, Liz. You got this. Keep that low back on the ground, squeezing those quads, and a little bit lower, 4 more inches. Stay with me. You have 10 seconds. Squeeze those quads. Suck in that belly button. 5, 4, 3, 2. Fantastic. Oh, we're done. Lift those hips up. And your well-deserved stretch. Here we go. Bring those knees into the chest. Oh, and roll side to side. Give yourself that nice knee hug. Well-deserved knee hug, that is. That was awesome. Liz, how are you feeling?
I feel great. That was really hard, Mia.
It's so good. I hope it was hard for you too. Let's go ahead and take that right leg down. Pull that left knee into the chest. Whew, that was great on those abs. I love working abs. They're so good. So good for you. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Whew. It's beautiful. Good, and bring those knees back in. And let's go ahead and turn over onto our side and go ahead and bring it up. Wow, that was awesome. Thanks so much for joining us on your glute and ab workout. We'll see you on the next workout.